Um, if we truly took that in consideration, would there be a shift? Would Wall Street, which is now investing in alternative energies and other things like solar, would there be a shift there? Hey, that park's worth 15,000, 80,000, 2,000.
I don't know, because at the end of the day, somebody needs to be able to count their dollars.
Right.
So for us, unfortunately, we have to be profitable in order to help do the good things that we do in society.
Right, and what I'm saying is, how can we continue to let great companies like Green Living Technologies be profitable, even more profitable, while also having a social awareness, just like we have Social Security, having like environmental security, right?
Well,
we value that, and that has X cost, and here's the science behind it. It fixes this amount of carbon and weight in atoms. It reduces the temperature of the urban, the urban area, and reduces your air conditioning costs. If we can prove with science, with facts, to the average everyday American consumer in person that this tree is not for hippies or Republicans or Democrats, but it's liberals, it's for everybody. And here's the value of this tree in monetary terms. Could that shift some minds?
But at the end of the day, who's writing a check for that tree?
And I think it has to be us all. It has to be that tragedy of the commons, issue where we all need to graze the land sustainably though and share it. And just like you need to sustainably fish the oceans.
At the end of the day, I know I'm going to eat.
Right. Me too. I know, and you're growing food for us to eat. So thank you. Interesting. Agor, can you bring us anything else you want to share about where you see your movement going and what you would like? Because I feel like YouTube. I ask all my students, what's the app you use number one? It's not Instagram, it's not Facebook, it's not Snapchat, it's YouTube.
Yep.
So what can we tell people from 80 to 8 out there, that they should know about the future, what you're doing, what they should do, how we can get involved?
Well, people look at what we do as a decorative add-on, and it draws positive attention, and everybody loves it. It's really cool, but it's really hard to get through the initial capital expense to the end user, because these are living things, and it does take additional maintenance. But what we need to consider, is the type of systems that may be under consideration, because not all systems are created equal. So without getting into each individual product and each individual application, we provide a lifetime warranty on our products as the manufacturer, even with our green roof material.
And I think that's important. I think I worked with Sungevity for a while, selling solar panels during the summer, and they've gone bankrupt. Amazing company, great people, but Solar City, Sungevity's whole platform was they were a sort of a cloud-based. They'll outsource the best materials, and then they'll install. And I think that was really ingenious, because it could be the cheapest, sort of like what was the other thing? It was like Uber for solar. But Solar City, to the best of my knowledge, most of the time they do what you do with Elon Musk. And Lyndon Rive and Peter Rive, they produce their solar panels. Most of them. They have a huge factory in the U.S., in Utah or upstate New York, 2 of them, and they produce their solar panels. They install their solar panels. It's all Solar City. Right. So it's soup to nuts, like you're saying. It's A to Z, which I think trust in the product is paramount, right? I want to buy a house. I want it to be working for,
That's right. Well, we have a 20-year track record, which makes us
20 years
very credible.
Yeah,
we have some of the biggest, most noted projects in the world.
Can you name some that like people can Google? Because I want to do it too. Like you've done the CBS one or NBC. Yeah, you've gone to Haiti.
We have
Africa.
We have a lot of private applications.
Oh, okay.
But you look at things, and honestly, a lot of our commercial clients don't want to be named, but you look at projects like the Intercontinental Hotel in Santiago, Chile.
Intercontinental Hotel
in Santiago, Chile. 17 stories tall, 17,000 square feet, and it's been thriving since 2009.
17 stories tall, 17,000 square feet of vertical farming. Yeah. This specific wall? Well, crops on it.
Well, it's not crops. It's decorative.
It's decorative.
But it does serve an incredible environmental purpose, because what it does, it covers 3/4 of the building on the elevation that takes most of the sun. So we're absorbing the sun. We're absorbing the sunlight and preventing the building from heating up.
Right. Saving massive costs.
That's right.
And so when you do your, I don't want to say sales pitch, but when you talk to people about the massive benefits of this, do you tell them in quantitative, capitalistic terms, you used to pay this amount and now you're going to pay this on your heating and electricity?
But the green walls are a lot harder to sell in that manner.
Okay.
In the event that we're only doing one little section.
Oh, true. Right.
Now let's take one of our green roof projects. It's almost 70,000 square feet.
Can you give us a point of reference as like what's the average square feet of the average home, or like the average? Like,
an average commercial project would be anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 square feet.
All right.
This particular project is in Coquitlam, Canada.
Coquitlam, Canada.
Outside of Vancouver.
Okay.
And it's just about 70,000 square feet for Cisco Foods.
Cisco Foods.
And it's one of their
Cisco.
It's one of their largest refrigeration units, and our green roof system is on top. And what we were able to save them was almost 7% of their energy cost per year.
And that's huge
by
for
having
Cisco,
the green
right?
roof. Well, listen, when you're running a refrigerate
7% a year.
So it works out to be about $350,000 a year.
Okay, and so what you just said reminded me of Nike and Cradle to Cradle, right? I'm hopefully going to pronounce the names right. Michael Bragenhart and what's the other guy's name? I'm going to actually Google it while we're talking. Have you read that book or seen that book? Okay, Cradle to Cradle. This book is waterproof.
I know the book.
You know the book, but like so it's Cradle to Cradle products. Okay, so Cradle to Cradle, and I used to take this book and throw it in water in front of my kids. And they'd be like, "What are you doing, Mr. M?" And like, well, it's waterproof, completely upcycled and recycled material. Right. And if you're going to read a book, read this, Cradle to Cradle, Remaking the Ways We Make Things. And it's written by Michael Brangart and William McDonough. And it speaks to exactly what you were just talking about, and I know that they were able to work with Nike and some other major corporations, and they did a phenomenal job. There it is, ladies and gents, Cradle to Cradle, remake the way we make things. All right, and they were able to work with major corporations and say, hey, here's how we can maximize your bottom line, people, profit, planet style.
Right.
And they made a huge green roof on Nike, reduced their costs, just like you did with Cisco. So, I guess I'm throwing down the gauntlet a lot today between Steve Ritz to Jamie Cloud to Cory Booker, Senator Bernie Sanders, and specifically, the author of Cradle to Cradle, Mr. Brownhart and Mr. McDonough, because we would love to talk to you about how this can be more mainstream. People need to know about this. And I feel like I'm stuck in silos when I talk to people. Like, sometimes you're in the West Coast and people are all about, San Fran, 2020, zero waste. Awesome. Okay, great. You can live in that bubble, or you could go back into the fray.
Right.
You can go back into the fray. Not that those people aren't doing good stuff, but like go back into the fray of LA and New York and say, hey, we need to talk to people who disagree with us most. Otherwise, you're just living in your echo chamber. Well, like former President Obama said, you need to be pushing and absorbing and transforming everybody together, because we're in it together,
I can go on and on.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love it.
I am going to get back to work, though.
Yeah, no,
I don't want Robbie sitting
absolutely.
there.
Can we take a little tour of this and then?
You can go ahead.
Yeah.
We're just finishing up some trim.
Yeah.
Outside of this, you can, videotape whatever you want. Just keep me off camera working.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time, and thank you for what you do.
Man, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
And here's their. This is Green Living Technologies. They're phenomenal technology to go both on the walls and the rooftops of so many different buildings. So look them up. I'll have the information at the bottom of this YouTube. And Green Revolution, People, Profit, Planet. Until next time.